Welcome to the maiden edition of Paradise Estate series, and on this episode we will be talking about real estate investment in Nigeria. My name is Barong and I will be your host all through this amazing journey into the world of real estate investment. Okay, so let's say someone walks up to you right now and says, hey, I would like you to invest in real estate. What would be the first thing that comes to your mind? Yes, money. I'm sure you're thinking, where am I supposed to get such an amount from? Am I Dangote or a Tedela? But we need you to understand that contrary to that belief, you do not need to have the billions and billions of naira personally to acquire a property, plus the extra millions you need to build them. You know, even in Nigeria, we're not so backward that real estate investment is a no-go area. So we will be telling you about the secrets of real estate investment, how to get started, what you need to know, what you need to disregard, and most especially the financial implication in terms of your expenses plus what you start to gain once you get into real estate. So please do also like this video. Click on the subscription box so that you will be getting up-to-date information about real estate investment, what you need to know, what you need to do. Now, what is real estate investment? This is actually the financial strategy that involves the management, ownership, purchase, sale, or rental of a property. So you could either acquire a property and sell it outrightly, which is called flipping, or you can put it up for rentals. Now, the tricky question that comes up when we talk to newbies about real estate investment is, how do I get the money to invest? Well, easy. Okay, not so easy actually. The banks, okay? The banks are probably the highest earners when it comes to real estate, because they make monies readily available to investors. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, am I just supposed to go to the bank and tell the manager that, hey, I need XYZ amount of money for investment? Trust me, you will be thrown out of the office. Okay, it's not so easy. There are processes and, steps you need to follow to acquire such a loan from the bank. Now, the other question that might arise is, how do I pay back the loan I am getting from the bank? So we are going to take two scenarios, yes, to tell us how this can work. So scenario one, let's say Mr. Park decided to get a property in Lekki worth 30 million. Mr. Park goes to the bank, gets a loan from the bank of 30 million. Now, the bank has given Mr. Park 10 years to pay back this money with an interest rate of 20%. Now, 20% of 30 million is 6 million naira. So that means Mr. Park should be paying 36 million back to the bank in 10 years. Mr. Park purchases this property that houses 3 tenants. And the cost of rental per annum in that environment is 1 million naira. So that means in a year, Mr. Park would be making 3 million naira on rentals. In 10 years, Mr. Park should be making 30 million. Now, Mr. Park is not really making 30 million because at the end of the day, there need to be some renovations done on that property. Mr. Park would have made less than 30 million in 10 years, and boom, real estate is a scam. Mr. Park cannot pay back the money. Well, just joking. Mr. Park was not properly informed on how to go about real estate investment. So let's take scenario two. Scenario two in the person of Mr. Hall. Mr. Hall wants to acquire same property in Lekki that can house 3 apartments for 30 million. Mr. Hall goes to the bank and seeks a loan of 35 million naira. His request was granted to pay back in 10 years with an interest of 20%. Now, 20% of 35 million is going to give you about 7 million. And altogether, Mr. Hall is supposed to pay back 42 million in 10 years. Mr. Hall purchases this apartment, However, Mr. Hall did some great renovations and turned this 3 apartments into 7 apartments with the extra 5 million he got from the bank. Now, against collecting 1 million per annum, Mr. Hall is collecting 700,000 naira. Now, that's going to give Mr. Hall a total of 4.9 million in 1 year. So, in 10 years, Mr. Hall would have made 49 million. Ugh! So, Mr. Hall pays back 42 million to the bank, leaving Mr. Hall with an extra change, not change actually, leaving Mr. Hall with an extra amount of 7 million. Boom! Real estate is a business to get it. So in as much as this explanation seems straightforward, there are loads of technicalities, tons of paperwork, plus research you need to do before getting into real estate to ensure it runs smoothly. Now, this is why getting yourself associated with a proper and reliable real estate company can never be overemphasized. Now that you have an idea of how to get the money to own your first real estate in Nigeria, please be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms for the latest trends and updates in real estate. We are here to help you no matter how new or inexperienced you are into the real estate business. We are here to help you in terms of property acquisition, research, title research, and as well as the legal aspect. So until I see you next time, thank you so much for tuning in, and do have a great week.